to Unapologetically Significant. We're back again. We're your hosts,
Two of us.
Rich and Shelly Marie.
Eh,
Welcome back.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me back.
Certainly, certainly. You know, when you got a good stew, you got to have all the right ingredients.
Man, ain't that something?
That is.
It's like pot roast. I made pot roast the other day, and you have to let it marinate. You got to sear. You have to add all the things.
Wow.
And I think the secret ingredient for pot roast, just in case anybody wants to know, is tomato paste.
Ooh,
It doesn't sound like it's supposed to go in there, but it does.
Wow. Wow. Mm-hmm. There's one of the tidbits for the day. You're not going to find that down aisle 7 in the grocery store.
Negative.
So, but no, we're, first of all, I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the likes and comments and all that good stuff, because we're going to keep it rolling.
And keep it real.
That's it. That's it. Real and rolling. R squared. There you go. But today, oh my goodness, it's going to be a live one today. We're talking about not allowing your gift to be stolen.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Swiper, no swiping.
That's right. That's right. You know, and we're not talking about Christmas gifts, okay?
Right.
We're talking about your personal gifts that you have and just how they can be derailed. And then you end up later on, way down the road, wish you coulda, shoulda, woulda, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, that gift was there waiting on you the whole time.
Waiting for you to be ready. And you were probably ready a long time ago.
That's right. As kids. I mean, kids have dreams. You know, they have dreams. They dream to be this, that, whatever. And they hold on to that for a while. You know, for myself, I know I want to be a fireman. That was my thing. I had fire trucks and all this kind of stuff, and I make the siren and go down there and mother, go to sleep, shut up. So, but that got derailed somewhere down the line. Now, some of us know what we want it to be. You probably already knew.
I knew from early age. I knew, and I was always in the kitchen playing restaurant with my friends. It was just an innate thing that I like to do. But it wasn't nurtured. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't a lot of things. And I let that derail or swipe my hopes and dreams for me personally. And I think that's a common theme, right? When we're kids, we think we're invincible and we're making Superman capes out of towels and jumping off the fence or the house. I know y'all did it because I did it. And then something happens, and then we get into this world. And I think we do it to ourselves, and I think we allow other people to kind of guide us. And
ding, 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 ding. That's the bingo right there. Allowing other people to guide us. Because when we get into school, you know, when we get into elementary school, boy, the shackles of life are being molded right then and there.
Right.
And, you know, I think in the early grades, you know, it's encouraged if you want to be whatever you want to be. It's encouraged a lot, but somewhere along there, I don't know what grade it would be. It's like the water is put on that fire. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Well, they don't make any money. Your uncle doesn't do that. Your aunt doesn't do that, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I think they get a bombardment of that, and then that dream, that gift, starts to go down.
And we start to conform.
Yep. Ooh.
I know that's one other topic.
No.
Right?
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let me just say this. And I love me some teachers, right? And I'm actually going through my certificate to become a substitute teacher, right? For kids. I love kids. But it's the people that are grooming us or teaching us or mentoring us their limitations and their perspective or limited perspective on said industry or life or happy or joy or whatever we're talking about. So we start to conform. We start to do what's easy. We start to do what's not either going to get us the attention, the competitive attention, or what's going to keep us off the radar and we can just kind of float through.
Right.
We can just pass.
Right. You know, something that just popped into mind, and this is a hot button of mine, so I'll try not to get going on it too much. Sports.
Mm.
Everybody wants the kids in sports.
You had your kids in sports. I have my kids in sports. We not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carry on. I just want to give a little
Yeah. We
backstory.
did it. We did it. But there is so much work for the parents in sports, more so than the kid,
Yeah.
because sports will tear a person down.
Mm-hmm.
Self-esteem,
Mm-hmm.
everything. You know, competition. Oh my God. Competition that is not controlled is like having the bubonic plague. It's terrible. It's terrible. Because somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. And then they grow up thinking that's what life is about. Somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. In a relationship, somebody got to win, somebody got to lose that discussion, that argument, whatever. And it just gets perpetuated throughout life. And, you know, you get in the job and heaven forbid you go into sales or something like that. And, oh, the competition. We got to do this with the competition and let's have, you know, all these competitions within and whatnot. And what do the losers feel like?
Yeah.
And then who helps them through those feelings? Nobody. So, you know, competition is healthy when done right. But if you got broken people trying to do it.
Man, that's the theme of the podcast. It really goes back to a lot of broken people, including ourselves. We're all broken in some way or form. But it's like really coming back, especially when it's your gift. I know you were going somewhere with it, so I don't want to like swipe in your conversation, your point.
Right
But it all circles back to like really being broken, identifying what's not right per se, and that's air quotes for people that are just listening. And then figuring and working kind of backwards and trying to figure it out. But what we are typically innate drawn to are usually the good things that we're naturally good at, right? Mm-hmm. Are the things that we should be doing. But then we get in our own way or allow our mentors or the world, we'll say the world, get in our way and tell us that it's not perfect, it's not good enough, you don't have enough education, you're not tall enough, you're not smart enough, you're not brown enough, you're not white enough, you're not, versus really having a circle. I think we touched on this too, a circle of mentors, a circle of people, your board of directors that are going to champion you through those moments where you have this identity crisis when you're trying to figure it out.
Right. You know, I look back at myself, and it's a little known thing that probably I'm the only one that knows it.
Nope, you can me now. Let's
put the disclaimer on here. But no, at a very young age, and I'm talking probably 6 or 7-ish years old, they used to have this thing in the paper where they would put a figure in there and you draw it and then you send it in. And so I drew one. It was a lion. And so I drew it, sent it in. They thought it was fabulous, wanted to offer me to go into an art school.
Nice.
And I go tell my parents, and they're like, what? What the hell do you want to do? Are you crazy? Yeah. You can't draw. And I'm like, well, look at this. Oh, you didn't draw that. And I'm like, wow, nothing like a little parental love here. Yeah. And I was just like, I was so discouraged. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I put all this time into this thing. And they're like, no, that don't make any money. You're not going to do anything. You want to be out on the streets when you grow up. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Life came real hard.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever age you were.
So I put that in the drawer. I'm like, man, that brings too much adversity. I better do something else. But how many people go through that, have something that they're good at, and then someone just pours the water right on the fire, and you don't, it's hard to rekindle that.
Yeah.
Wet wood is hard to light.
It is.
And
It truly is. But then what do you do? So we know these are some of the things that happen to us, or maybe we're doing indirectly. We're byproducts of our, our parents. So maybe if you have someone that you're a caretaker for, maybe we're kind of projecting
mhm,
on them as well. But when you figure out, like, you, whatever it is, I'll speak for myself. Work a job and you figure out, like, nah, this ain't it. You know what I mean? Like, at what point do you self correct?
mhm.
And how do you talk yourself into that, figuring out what your gift is and how to maximize it?
I think that's one of the huge things. What is your gift?
How do you figure that out? We're
Yeah.
good at a lot of things. You're good
Yeah.
at, you want to be a firefighter, you are good at art, you're good at a lot of things.
Right, right. And I think the thing about the gift is easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that is so easy for you to do. It is not work. You enjoy it. It's easy. It takes very little effort. But the flip side of that, because it is like that, it passes you by, I believe, every day.
Yeah.
Every day it shows up, but you don't recognize it because it's too easy. And that could be something as simple as a conversation. Someone's in a conversation, you get into a conversation or whatever, by the time you're done, that person feels so good. Oh, that's not a gift. I was just talking to him.
It's a gift.
It's a gift.
That's probably, that person's probably in sales. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right, right. And that's the thing. So many people think it's some big burning bush experience that's going to happen and it's just going to jump out at you. No, no. Whether you can cook, whether you like doing the yard, gardening, whatever. And the thing is, people look at that and they are unable to translate that to something further down the road. They can't do that. Or they don't work hard enough in doing that. Oh, no, that's not going to lead to anything. I don't know anybody that does that. Who cares?
right.
It's you, it's your life.
It is your life.
And
This is your life.
oh, the wrong song again.
Wrong game song.
Doggone it. But yeah, it's your life, and you've got to hone in on what that thing is. Because I think if you were to pay attention every day in terms of what comes easy, what do I do that's just easy?
Second nature.
Yeah, second nature. I don't have to think about it. Somebody asked me to do something. Oh, I can do that. Piece of cake, done. It's those things that are your gifts. And you need to start recognizing them, because when you start watering the gift, guess what happens?
It glows, it blossoms.
Yep, yep. Exactly.
And everybody's gift is different. First of all, everybody has a gift, and then everyone's looks different. There's not going to be any mirroring. There might be some similarities, but I think once we recognize that, and we're going to be dismissive of it, we're going to be like, oh, no, that's not it. I could just make a really good pot roast, or no, that's not it. I just
Right.
communicate really well. Okay, well, those are actually job titles
Yeah,
first and
right.
foremost.
Yep, yep.
And it doesn't have to be perfect. And this is something that I think you and I learned later in life. Like, there is no such thing as it's perfectly imperfect. It's not supposed to look like it does on TV. It
Right.
just doesn't. You
Right.
know, it's AI generated. Like, it's not real.
17 takes later.
Exactly. Edit, and 16,000 cups of coffee or tea, and now boom, you have this picture perfect product. That's not reality. That's
Yeah.
not life. And I think, again, speak for myself, I find myself not posting things because it's not perfect and I'm worried about what somebody's going to say. And then even today, even though I say I've worked past it and it still pops up. Like, every once in a while I'm like, ooh, I need to edit it. I need to put on a filter. But I really don't care.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
honestly, my gift is being able to communicate with people, and be a magician with food, right? I make regular old food taste amazing, and I get kids to like it, and people that don't necessarily like things, and I make it presentable and palatable for folks. That's my gift. So for me to relinquish all the, or instill all these rules around what's perfect and what it has to be, it really doesn't. It's a waste of time.
It
It's a
really
way to procrastinate. It's a way to find an excuse to not do what you're supposed to be doing. Like, there's all of these things that are tagged to that. And it goes back to, like, why you didn't realize you had your gift in the first place, why you're not doing what you were ordained by the universe to do,
Right. And
right?
I think that perfection thing, oof,
The big one.
that holds so many people back. So many people back. You know, I published a book a number of years ago. Was not edited. Didn't send it to an editor. Didn't half-ass edit it myself because I didn't care.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
point was to put the book out. And I know people are reading that. No, the grammar, there's grammatic errors, there's this and that. That's a run-on sentence. I don't give a rat's ass about that. I wanted to put the book out. And I put the book out, and I felt good about myself. So you got to be able to hold on to those things. And I know you got to build up to that. You got to hold on. When I was going into college, I wanted to go into college to be an engineer. I remember my father saying, well, you're going to be an engineer. What are you going to spend all that money in school for? Just go into the trades like I did and you'll be fine. Well, I don't want to go into trades.
Yeah.
I want to go into engineering. So I got no support, no help financially, didn't come to my graduation. You think I give a rat's ass about that? No, because it's about me. At some point, it's got to be about you and not everybody else and what they think and what they want and whatnot. Yeah, you take their opinions, but you got to put it through the filter.
Right.
You better get a good filter. Don't get one of them cheap ones, okay? Get a good filter, and so that you can hold on to you and what you want. You know. So I went headlong into engineering. I had more loans than Carter had peanuts, but I got through.
Yeah.
I got through. I had an opportunity to work for a couple large companies. I was on a research team that did not hire people with bachelors, only PhDs.
Wow.
I was able to get in there. We made a product which was one of its kind, never before done before. But you know, and it's not that that's about me. It's about I followed the passion, a thing I wanted to do, and I don't care what people said. You know, if you get stopped by every time someone bumps up against you,
You might as well just go ahead and call it a day.
that's right. Get on the couch.
Yes. Pull the cover up. Get a Snuggie.
That's it. Turn
Order-
on some series. I
Yeah.
got about 15 episodes.
Order some DoorDash. The door unlocked. Like, it's a wrap for you, baby.
That's
It's
it.
done. Like, just, I
Yeah.
mean, we're being a little bit facetious, but that's really it. If we are constantly waiting for someone to approve of what we are and we're going to do, we're going to miss the boat.
We are.
It's just that simple. At some point, you have to say, F everybody else, what do I want to do? And that is one of the hardest things to do because what are we told? You're being selfish. You're not
Yeah.
being thoughtful. You're not being this. No. You have to do you first,
Mm-hmm.
and then everybody else comes over. Like if you have a cup, and I got my little cup of water, and it's full, all of this is for me. Okay? Once somebody pours some more into here and it starts to overflow, the overflow is whoever I want to give it to. Right?
Right.
Like, you can't have this. This is me. This is for me. This is mine.
Right.
And if we start to use that metaphor in our lives,
Mm-hmm.
what makes us happy, what can we give financially, spiritually, emotionally,
Right.
and we hold that until we're whole and we can fill someone else's cup over, then that's great. But listening to, waiting for the perfect opportunity is just a really poor excuse.
It is.
Like-
it is.
What's the benefit in waiting?
Right. Right.
Again, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is it.
Yeah.
At some point, and usually they call it a midlife crisis because we figured it out. By then we're like, this is some bullshit. I have been working at this job, dealing with this chick over here that's got this passive aggressive emails. Like I've been doing all the things that I was supposed to be doing. I'm a top performer. I'm this, but I'm miserable.
Mm-hmm.
I make okay money, but I'm not. I really can't do what I want to do because I'm doing no.
Right.
Then the midlife crisis comes where you're like, okay, this is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be happy, and then that's when that happens.
Right.
So, midlife crisis should start at when? 16, 20, 25.
Before 20, for
Before
sure.
20. Okay.
Before.
And if you're over 20, it's not too late.
Yeah,
It just means
exactly.
you got to have a serious conversation with yourself.
You really do. And, you've got to develop a passion for yourself and what that gift is. And that's my gift. That thing has to be so precious to you. You're not going to let anybody fool with it. You're not gonna fool with it. You're not gonna talk about it. You're not gonna do it. I'm not even gonna deal with you.
Yep.
'Cause how are you gonna tell me how to do something that you've never done? Nah, why would I listen to that?
Why would I listen to
You
that?
might as well put me in Alcatraz and
Yeah.
lock me up because I'm crazy.
Yeah.
No, no. I mean, people are doing the best they could, but you better have them filters on
Mhm.
so you can filter out that stuff.
Mhm.
So, you know.
Man, the filters are real. We're gonna have a conversation about filters
Hmm.
and what filters looks like, feel like.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's this is the real deal. I like to I study a lot of animals. I wanted to be a zoologist. Oh, you can't make any money working in the zoo. You picking up animal poop and whatnot. Okay, I won't be that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the price that we give up not to be happy. But go
Yeah.
ahead. Sorry.
No, no.
Yeah, like there's no price for
I took my
happiness.
medication before this. So no, I didn't take anything. But it's those moments, those little moments that come up in life, and you have to have an ounce of faith.
Mm.
I mean, when you talk about you may have identified it, and oh well, I don't know if this is right, and there's a lot of people that do that. That's where the faith comes in.
Mm-hmm.
This is my gift. No one can do it like me. I can only do me good. I can't do you
No,
good. I can't do
no.
anybody else good.
Already been spoken for.
Yep.
Gotta be you.
That's it. That's it. And you got to hold on to that. And, where I was going with the zoology thing, study a lot of animals. I love the African wild dogs. If you study those animals, the tenacity of those things, they don't give up. They'll drop dead before they give up.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got to have a piece of that in you. You've got to be so tuned in, locked in that nobody's going to rattle my cage. Nobody. You don't have the right to rattle my cage. I can rattle my own cage. I don't
Right.
need you to do it. So when it comes to your gift, you've got to put some time in. You really, and it will be rewarding. I guarantee you it will be rewarding. Because the more you start working in it, the better you'll feel, about yourself, life, where you're going, all that good stuff.
I will say, on that note, I have been journaling. I mean, we all say we journal, we meditate, how consistent we are at it. And I've had a job that I worked dang near 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like I was on call and it was a lot. So that was my excuse. I put all my kids' sports was important. Dinner was important. Laundry was important. Making it to the meeting, creating the PowerPoint presentation, traveling to see clients. All of those things were important. But I didn't have time to journal or pray. What? You don't have time for yourself. You couldn't carve out 10 minutes
Right, right.
to journal or pray because you was too tired. That's a problem.
Yes.
And the moment that I quit that job, it took me a minute, but I did. And I got to the point where I said between 6:30 and 8:30 is my time. I am not letting anything come between that. Right? And I would say 90% of the time that's true. Sometimes it is what it is. Life happens. You have to do it. But since I've been doing that, I have noticed not only a difference in my personality and my just overall joy, but how many things are actually falling into place where people were told me, implied. That'll never happen. That's going to take forever. You didn't work hard enough for it. You got to put in so many hours and so much time and so much money. Look, I got a lot of things. Time and money ain't one of them right now, okay? It will be. It will be. But all of the things are falling into place like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I think some of that old school thinking and some of it is, I'll say it what it is. Some of that is that church thinking. I'm waiting on the Lord.
Oh.
Well, damn it, the Lord's waiting on you. God don't move parked cars. So get your ass out of the parking space and start moving, and He'll direct you.
Yes, you got to turn the key. You got to put it in drive. You have to move. And I swear, I swear by that statement is like, I was waiting, like, okay, God, universe, send me a sign. And I'm like, oh, it's 11:11 on the clock. Oh, that's a sign. Let me make a wish, right? But it was a reminder of like, hey, of my wish, of my dream, but that wasn't it. I may or may not win the lottery. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to keep playing, but I'm just saying. In the meanwhile, back at the ranch, we got to do something. Me not
Right.
pouring into myself, me not filling up my own dang cup, that's not going to get me anywhere. But yet I'm willing to help my customers. I'm willing to help my auntie. I'm going to go help take my friend's hair down, but I don't have time to put them in. Those days are gone.
Right.
Those days are gone. Like, I'm still giving and loving, and I'm a people person by nature. But no longer am I giving more than I have.
Right.
Those days are gone.
Right.
And I think a lot of us were indoctrinated with, this is the way we do it. You have to give. You have to give. You have to give. Give and you'll receive. Give and you'll receive. Give what you can. Okay? Give what you can. If you ain't got it, don't do it.
Right.
If it's gonna
Right.
put you in a negative light, don't do it. And that's
Exactly.
emotionally and spiritually. Like, you can't be the sounding board for everyone's issue. I'm not a therapist, nor do I play one on TV. Okay? I am a good friend. I am a good listener. But when it becomes I don't know, what is it, habitual behavior?
Mm-hmm.
That needs medication and some herbs and Jesus.
That's
Okay?
right. That's
Like,
right.
that's beyond my skill set. So I'm not going to continue giving my time that I didn't have to pray or meditate or exercise
Right.
to situations like that. And that doesn't make me a bad person. And guess
No,
what?
no.
If somebody thinks I'm a bad person after all the good I did, bye-bye.
That's
I
it.
don't know what to tell you.
That's on them. That's
It's
not
not.
on
This
you.
has nothing to do with me.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Nothing to do with me.
Don't take that monkey. Do not
Do
take
not take the
other
monkey.
people's monkey.
All right, let me
So,
see where we're at. I know we're getting close on time. Oh man, you guys, we did it.
yes.
I hope they
yeah.
enjoyed it.
No.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. Hope you
Yeah,
did.
look, we having a good time.
Yeah, that's right. We could go on and on, but I know you can be respectful of you guys' time.
Yeah.
But we definitely thank you for tuning in.
Hmm.
Like us, subscribe to our channels. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
Send us any feedback or things you might want to hear us talk about.
Right.
We have no shortage of words.
We have no shortage of words and we have no shortage of topics, but we want to make sure we're talking about the things that you guys want to hear
Right.
and that you want to talk about. And trust me, there's nothing new under sun. So we've either experienced it or know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Right.
So we're good there. I'm going to close this out with the mantra. I wrote it down on my phone. Sorry, I'm looking. But it's this week's mantra. I honor the gift within me by using it with courage and consistency.
Ooh,
Courage and consistency.
that's
I honor
big.
my gift by using it with courage and consistently. So, moral of the story is just try.
That's it.
Write it down, try it. If it doesn't feel good, it's probably going to feel a little, it shouldn't feel bad. It might feel a
Right.
little uncomfortable because you're not used to loving on yourself and giving yourself, feeding your spirit and your everything.
Yep.
So it might, but it should not feel bad.
No,
It should
no,
just
it
feel
shouldn't
like,
feel bad.
oh,
No.
interesting.
Yeah.
Like a new pair of shoes. You know, you
Yeah.
got to work them in.
That's it. And with that, we'll let you go. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.